class 9. So I would like to welcome you all in our online digital classes that have been started by our school. And today we will be learning about direct and indirect speech. So I think I have explained you in your classes also earlier. So today we will learn more about this topic. As I have told you earlier, there are usually two types of speech. So one is the direct and the other one is indirect. So speech means it's the way of talking or whatever the sentence that a person delivers. So it can be divided into two types. One is the direct and the other one is indirect. So usually whenever we quote the sentence of the speaker in an exact way, so in that case we say it as a direct speech. But in case whenever we are reporting the sentence of the speaker to some other person in an indirect way, so that is called indirect speech. In indirect speech, we usually do not refer to the exact word of the speaker, but we try to convey the message of the speaker in an indirect way. So I will give you few examples in this topic. So first we will learn more about direct speech. So I will tell you some examples of direct speech. So suppose your teacher or maybe your friend is telling you something or is telling you to convey a message. So in that case it might be written as it is. So okay, so you can read the sentence here. You can read it as, the teacher told Rita, do your homework. So you can tell it as a direct sentence because whatever the teacher is telling Rita, so you are conveying the message in an exact way. That means you are telling Rita that the teacher told Rita, do your homework. But whenever you are converting it into an indirect speech, so it becomes, the teacher told Rita to do her homework. When you look at these two sentences properly, so first one that I have written in number 1, it is a direct speech because you are conveying the message of the speaker, that is the teacher, in an exact way. And the other one is indirect speech. So this one is your indirect speech because you are conveying the message of the teacher or the speaker, not in an exact way, but you have altered the sentence. So if you look at it properly, so it becomes, the teacher told Rita to do. So again, I will give you a few more examples to make you all clear. Your second example. So if you look at it, then this is direct speech. So here, Ram said, I am late to school. So you have to convert it, or you can say you have to convert it into indirect speech. So I will help you with that. So it becomes, Ram said that he was, so I becomes he, because I is the speaker, that is Ram. So whenever you are conveying the message or reporting the sentence of the speaker, speech of the speaker in an indirect sentence, so your pronoun I, the personal pronoun, becomes he. The first person becomes the second person. I think I have already mentioned you or told you in your classes as well. So Ram said that he was, so and becomes was. So I have already told in your class, the present tense becomes the past tense, that he was late to school. And whenever you are writing direct speech and indirect speech, you have to be very clear that in direct speech you use the inverted comma. You use inverted comma, but when you look at the indirect speech, there will not be any uses of inverted comma, but in place of inverted comma, you sometimes may use conjunction or the relative pronoun that. So, Ram said, comma, open inverted comma, I am late to school, close inverted comma, full stop. But in the second sentence, you only have Ram said that I becomes he and become was and late to school. As we all know, there are different types of sentences. So, there are different rules for changing different type of sentences. As we know, there are assertive sentence, there are interrogative sentence, there are imperative sentence, and there are exclamatory sentence, and for each set of sentences we have got different rules. So first we will learn about the simple sentence, or you can say it's a statement or an assertive sentence. So this one I'm telling you or teaching you for the assertive sentence, like so this is your sentence. So this is an assertive sentence and it is a statement, just a simple statement. And here, this is the direct speech. Sita said, I am sick. So when you're converting it into indirect speech, so it's very easy. So Sita said, so we'll not be using the inverted commas. So in that case, we'll be using Sita said that. So as we know, Sita is a girl. And in place of I, we will be writing the pronoun she. Sita said that she and becomes was sick. So this is for the assertive sentence. Now, another example as well. So, Sam told me you went to school early. Now, when we are converting into indirect speech, again the same thing. Sam told me that. So, since Sam is speaking to me, so in that case, in place of you, I will be writing I. Sam told me that I. You don't need to change it. The verb, because it is already in the past tense. So, I went to school early. Okay, so these are two examples of the assertive sentence that has been changed from direct to indirect. Now, we will be learning how to change an interrogative sentence. Sentence from direct to indirect. So, as we all know, interrogative sentence means it is a sentence which asks questions. So, we'll be doing our first example. Okay, so here, this is the interrogative sentence. So here, Ram is asking me questions. So, Ram asked me, where do you live? So, when we are converting it into the indirect speech, we have to remove the inverted commas as well as the question mark. So, it becomes, Ram asked me where I lived. So this is the way to change the question from direct speech to indirect speech. Ram asked me where I lived. So I will give you another example. Okay, so Saloni asked Rita, where are your parents? So when we are changing it into indirect speech, it becomes, in some of the cases, there might not be asked or inquired. So in that place, there might be told or said. So whenever you see a question mark, so most probably that is a question. So you need to change it into asked or inquired. But in this case, I have made it very, very simple for you to understand. So Saloni asked Rita, so where, so are becomes were, past tense. Where were, so Saloni is speaking to Rita, so you are becomes her. So this is the way. So this is your direct speech and the other one is your indirect speech. So we have learned about two types of two rules to change the direct speech into indirect way, and we have learned about the two sentences. So that is the interrogative and the assertive sentence or a statement. So we will be continuing that. So there are two more remaining. So there are imperative sentence and an exclamatory sentence. We will be doing that later on. So we will be ending our lesson out here. So before that, since we have learned about two types of sentences or the ways to change them into direct to indirect speech, so because of that, so I want you all to do an assignment or a homework. So please doing the exercises from page number 218 from your English grammar. Exercises, okay, exercise 105, and you will be doing 1, 2, 6. Okay, so you will be doing this, practicing this at your home, and your submission date will be, so your submission date, you need to submit it till 24th of April, that is on Friday. And please do share it in my personal WhatsApp number, not in the group, but in my personal WhatsApp number. If you have any questions regarding the lesson that I have taught today, so please feel free to WhatsApp me your problem and I will try to answer it as soon as possible. So till then, take care, stay safe.